me 3 more days. It's hard for me to live with these memories. I've tried and I've tried this on my own. Every time the path seems clear, there's something standing in my way. Lord, you know I'm just a human, but I'll still back my head and say, oh Lord, if you see I've fallen, would you give me 3 more days? 3 more days, if you keep.
Are you ready to take your ministry to the next level? Then you need to contact In Your Faith, founded by Carlton and Wanda Barber. This great Christian company provides a wide range of services to grow your ministry, including In Your Faith Gospel Ministries and Outreach, In Your Faith Gospel Promotions and Media Company, By Faith Alone Records, and By Faith Alone Gospel Promotions and Talent Agency. We do radio promotions, photography, videography, website design, custom t-shirt designs, and social media marketing. We also have our own online and in-print gospel magazine with artists such as the Primitive Quartet, the McCameys, and Southern gospel music legend Michael Combs gracing the cover. We do radio promotions with compilation CDs that go out to almost 3,000 AM, FM, online, iHeart, and BDS charting stations every 3 months. We also host special gospel events each year, including the annual Carolinas Gospel Music Convention in North Carolina each summer. We represent artists from all different styles of Christian music, such as Southern gospel, country gospel, gospel bluegrass, Christian contemporary, and more. Our COO, Carlton Barber, has sung for Randy Travis and Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, producer Arthur Rowland. He travels and performs with his wife in the award-winning gospel music duo, the Heavenly Hearts.
If you'll give me 3 more days, Lord, I'll turn my sinful life all around.
In addition to singing and helping other ministries, Brother Carlton is also an ordained preacher of the gospel. He can sing or preach for church services, revivals, youth services, weddings, and funerals. Like us on Facebook at In Your Faith Gospel Promotions and Media Company, and then give us a call today at 704-441-7595 to take your ministry to the next level. You can also call the same number to schedule a concert or worship service with the Heavenly Hearts. Thanks for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon. God bless you.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you. How you doing?
Doing
We were
pretty
talking
good.
about politics a little bit earlier on the without being on the air, and I decided to put on my American flag around me.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Great. Wonderful. Hey, we're so happy to have you on today for a series that we've been having for the last few months. We started our music entertainment series to talk about industry. And we've had so many artists nationwide and globally reach out to us, such as yourself, to come on and talk to our fans and our listeners, our viewers about the music industry. And we're so happy to have Carlton Barber and Wanda Barber. I don't know if your wife is with you today. Tell her hello. Yes.
He's driving.
Okay,
He's driving. We had to run a few errands.
All right, and you are coming out of St. Paul, North Carolina there. Wow.
Carolina.
It's so great to have you on today. And we got so much to cover. And your ministry is so versatile. Let's get an introduction on yourself. Can you tell the viewers about yourself and how you got started?
I was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of the 82nd Airborne. By the time I was 6 years old, I had already begun to go through a bad struggle. My father, unfortunately, he abused me when I was 5, 6, and 7 years old. And by the time I was 8 years old, I ended up in William Group Homes. Now I'm going to slice and dice that, and I'm going to talk about my wife. My wife was born into a good family, a good father, hardworking father, and a loving homemaking mother who was born. When was she born, Wanda? She was born in South Carolina, right? Yeah. Mullins, right? We're Nichols, but Mullins area, South Carolina. So we've got a little bit of the Carolinas in both of us. And Wanda was born in Kings Mountain, North Carolina, just Western Carolina. And really great church.
I think because I think because of the area you're in, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. Do you have a stable connection? Because I know the internet when you're driving. Okay, looks like we might have lost them. All right. Okay, well, we're going to continue on. They're still in the room. We're still they're coming all the way from North Carolina. They're on the road driving. And so when they get a stable connection, we'll make sure that they come back to us. And just want to say to you all, thank you so much for tuning in. We got a lot of information to cover on tonight. We want to make sure that that you get what's happening. Hey, those of you that would like to inbox us, you can inbox us, send us information on Facebook, right here on Facebook, Facebook Live, and about the gospel music industry. We may just have to come back a little bit later. And they're in North Carolina. They're in the process. They're on the road, and we want to get the full interview with them when they have a stable connection. And so with that, what we'll do is we'll come back. We'll come back a little later on when they are in an area where it's safe and the connection is more stable. All right. So with that further ado, we're going to continue on. And here's their promo right here on the Vnetwork Radio.
Are you ready to take your ministry to the next level? Then you need to contact In Your Faith, founded by Carlton and Wanda Barber. This great Christian company provides a wide range of services to grow your ministry, including In Your Faith Gospel Ministries and Outreach, In Your Faith Gospel Promotions and Media Company, By Faith Alone Records, and By Faith Alone Gospel Promotions and Talent Agency. We do radio promotions, photography, videography, website design, custom t-shirt designs, and social media marketing. We also have our own online and in-print gospel magazine with artists such as the Primitive Quartet, the McCameys, and Southern gospel music legend Michael Combs gracing the cover. We do radio promotions with compilation CDs that go out to almost 3,000 AM, FM, online, iHeart, and BDS charting stations every 3 months. We also host special gospel events each year, including the annual Carolinas Gospel Music Convention in North Carolina each summer. We represent artists from all different styles of Christian music, such as Southern gospel, country gospel, gospel bluegrass, Christian contemporary, and more. Our COO, Carlton Barber, has sung for Randy Travis and Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, producer Arthur Rowland. He travels and performs with his wife in the award-winning gospel music duo, The Heavenly Hearts.
If you'll give me 3 more days, Lord, I'll turn my sinful life all around.
In addition to singing and helping other ministries, Brother Carlton is also an ordained preacher of the gospel. He can sing or preach for church services, revivals, youth services, weddings, and funerals. Like us on Facebook at In Your Faith Gospel Promotions and Media Company, and then give us a call today at 704-441-7595 to take your ministry to the next level. You can also call the same number to schedule a concert or worship service with the Heavenly Hearts. Thanks for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon. God bless you.
All right, we're back with Carlton.
All right, okay. I was coming from them country roads in North Carolina.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
God bless you.
God bless.
So as I was saying before we went through that wooded area in North Carolina, you know about being down in South Carolina, there's a lot of little wooded paths and cat paths. So anyhow, I was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of the 82nd Airborne. I want to salute all our military, and thank you for a job well done. Never a greater service than a man that will lay down his life for his fellow men. Amen.
Amen.
So anyhow, I was born in Fayetteville. Wanda was born in Kings Mountain. I started off as a premature baby. So I was facing struggles right out of my mother's womb. I was about 12 weeks in the intensive care unit. They called a crew tent because I had a lot of trouble breathing up at Cape Fear Valley Hospital in Fayetteville. Wanda, on the other hand, didn't have any struggles being born hardly. Her parents were really good. Her father worked real hard. She is the baby of 3 girls. One of them has already passed away of cancer. Wanda, back in 2014, was involved in a tragic car accident where a woman hit her head on, and she had to be lifted from the scene. And when I met Wanda was still walking with a cane. That was about 4 years back. And then her mama passed away also. This Sunday will make 3 years from cancer as well. Yeah. So we do a thing called Mama's Teddy Bears for Cancer, where before COVID-19 hit, we went all over the Carolinas giving out teddy bears at hospice houses, rest homes, family care homes, and doing free gospel concerts for the less fortunate. People in the rest homes, they don't get to see many people. So it's such a joy on their faces to get to see people. I never will forget the first rest home we done in Lumberton, North Carolina, a couple of miles, about 15 miles or so from St. Paul's. And when we got there, Fayetteville Observer newspaper came to do an article, and Wanda said, "Has anybody got cancer? You just slip up your hand." This little lady barely could hold her hand up, and Wanda gave her a teddy bear. And the whole time we were singing and praying and ministering. I tell you, they ended up, the lady just held that bear to her like it was a baby, and she just really enjoyed the fact that somebody came by and ministered to them.
Okay.
Mama's Teddy Bears for Cancer. Make sure you like that page.
Yes.
And loving memory of Wanda's mama, Lois Gordon. You can go on with your next question.
Okay. Hey, tell us, what is your creative process like, when you're creating music, when you going into the studio, working towards your projects. You have several projects that's out now. Let's discuss that.
Okay, one of the first projects that I ever done, that goes back a little bit of ways. I'm 37 now. That goes way back to about, the year would have been, I was 18 years old, and I was still battling some seizures, epileptic issues, and I was in a adult family care home. That was way before Wanda. And the guy that I used to go to church with, Stephen Blackman at First Pentecostal Holiness in St. Paul's Church. Yes, I am Pentecostal Holiness.
All right.
He told a friend that, matter of fact, the guy served in the military. His name was Dennis Hall. Dennis has gone on to be with the Lord now. He had a little small studio at his home, and he said, if I ever make it out of Vietnam,
Mm-hmm.
I will never again, be in the world. I will work for Jesus until he comes back. And so he helped me make my CD. It's still the cross. Later on, we added another bonus track to it called That Land Called Glory. I personally wrote that myself, and Wanda updated the cover because I ended up having longer hair. I grew my hair out 2 times. 2 times I have grown my hair out for what they call lots for love to make wigs for cancer patients.
Okay.
So I'm very involved in humanitarian efforts.
All right.
Now we're going to kick back to Wanda has a CD called New Beginnings. It's an excellent project. I have to get you some material off of that. And also, our first CD is about 3 years ago, and it's called A Journey of Faith. And now we're working on the follow-up. The follow-up's not quite ready yet. We're on our the first single off of that is called 3 More Days. I'll talk to you about 3 More Days for a moment, please, if you don't mind, sir.
Okay, great.
We had a gentleman in Georgia write a song called 3 More Days. It was originally he was going to cut it, but when he heard about me and Wanda, he said, man, I bet y'all could do something with it. So I rearranged it a little bit vocally. I put me on the first verse, as you could hear. Put one on the second verse, and we kind of harmonize on the chorus. But that story is basically everybody doesn't have 3 days to get saved. The Word of God says today is the day of salvation. Tomorrow might be too late. So the man that this song is about, he was an alcoholic, and he used to go out every night and party. And his wife kept begging him, said, please get saved, honey. Please get saved. But before it was too late, the man died, and he never got saved. So you don't want to die in your sins, lost folk. You don't want to die in your transgressions. Get saved and give your life to Jesus Christ because tomorrow may be too late. Amen.
Okay. Hey,
and that's pretty much the name of that one.
All right. And you have
and so,
your latest project that you have that's current out right now. Let's talk about that.
It's faith, and like I say, journey. No, that's I'm going to say that's Dusty Roads of Faith. Dusty Roads of Faith. Okay. One that came out with a title because when Jesus was out there ministering the gospel, he walked on a lot of dusty roads, barefooted, and maybe he might have had a pair of sandals. And so we all go through those dusty roads in our life where sometimes it's not always good. God doesn't promise you a bed of roses, but we have to get through that. So we wanted to try to keep on the same mindset as we did with Journey of Faith. We can get through this journey of life by faith in God. And we wanted to keep that momentum going with Dusty Roads of Faith. Now, Dusty Roads of Faith, our new CD is not completed. We're working on it, but you have what is the first single, 3 More Days, and then we have another single that's coming out soon called The Long Black Train, and we're going to get that to you as well.
Yes,
and then the next single.
Actually, I have that one. Yeah. Yep, you sent it to us, and we've been playing it. Thank you so much.
So, and then and a couple of, we just went into the studio again last week, and we're working on a song called Don't That Sound Like Heaven, and we're going to go back and finish it up and stuff, and that'll be out real soon.
I like that one already. Yes. Tell us, everything is, with this COVID-19, everything is kind of slowed down. How has it affect you and your ministry, especially the music ministry? Because you can't get out too much and travel. How has it affected you? Has it been a positive or a negative?
A little bit of both. We haven't been able to get out there and sing. I think we've done maybe 2 bookings since COVID, maybe 3. at a church and stuff, and then an outreach event. But what we got to do, we've done a concert not that long ago, live Facebook concert, and Facebook Live is a good way to get through this. And also doing a lot of radio interviews and things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
and starting to use technology more. And I think every Saturday night we're going to be starting a broadcast, Facebook Live broadcast around the hour of 4 o'clock till
Okay.
5 o'clock, and we're going to be keeping you posted. We'll be doing a
Okay.
concert and praying, and might even bring in some special guest artists
All
to
right.
come and be a part of that as well and stuff.
That'd be great. That'd be great. We look forward to that. If you had to, change anything in the music industry, let's talk about the music industry. How has it been for you, and what have been some of the challenges that you've faced?
The challenges right now are not being able to sing, and therefore the physical merchandise is not selling like it would if you go sing. I think I told you that earlier. If you go sing and people like you,
Mm-hmm.
you may move several $100s worth of CDs plus
Mm-hmm.
your t-shirts and all that. But right now we're having to rely more so on the fact that we have a custom t-shirt company called
Mm-hmm.
Treasure Hunters. We make faith-based apparel, and we also are available for artists. If you want a website build, you want radio promotions,
Wow.
you give us a call. You've seen that video, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what we've had to kind of shift our gears a little bit
Uh-huh.
to helping artists stay relevant during this time. And since I've done all my promotion for many years and got 3 CDs out, we've won a lot of awards and stuff. Been to Georgia, Philadelphia, Virginia, all over North and South Carolina. So we're here to help artists to promote themselves and market themselves. And shout out to the Rough Boys. I seen they were on your
Yes.
program the other
Yes.
day. I
Yes.
like them. They represent up in the Greensboro area. Yeah, they're a good production company. And right now, we need to be unified. We need to all come together. There's power in unity.
Mm-hmm.
I just entered into a worldwide collaboration. They have about 70 different pages on Facebook,
Okay.
and even though they're not predominantly gospel, it's a secular entity with a lot of secular rappers, but it gives me a chance to go beyond the boundaries a little bit and
Right.
be able to witness to them, because as you know, I used to do secular rap music, and I
Okay.
came from the club. I
All
came from
right.
the club. Yeah, I used to be called G Fly. I was
Wow.
opening up for some pretty big artists. As
Wow.
Shorty Loaded got killed in Atlanta. Who done
Mm-hmm.
that song called Laffy Taffy? You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Cheeks from New
Wow.
York City. All them. I'll
Uh-huh.
send them to you. I mean, not to glorify my past, but
Yeah.
yeah. And that's how I got into promotion, because I used to do the mixtape thing, and I
Mm-hmm.
crafted mixtapes in North and South Carolina, and I would let the independent artists, rappers, get a slot on it, pay me a little bit of money, and I would just help them promote. But
Wow.
since the physical CDs aren't what they used to be, so now pretty much we got to do the internet stuff. And if you need any help, you can call me,
Yeah.
704-441-7595, 704-441-7595, and we'll be glad to help you out.
That is so great. I'm telling you, to know that we have a resource within the ministry that we can go to with any of our needs, and I think how important is it to be diversified, during these times. I know a lot of times people are stuck, with the cassette tapes or the cassette with the CDs, but how important is it that you are versified, making sure that you have a presence out there, website, things like that, and I went to your website, and all the information is right there, all in one package. I don't have to search. It's right there at hand.
And that's what that's why we're offering artists where we link all your social media accounts, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all to one page, put it together, around $100. You can't beat that. I know times are hard, but we're going to hook it up for you. And we got a few other artists. I don't know if he's watching. I told him about the broadcast. Daniel with Musgrove Music Company.
Okay.
He said that he would be getting up with us. I sent him some stuff. And like I said, we're here for artists. We want to put the artists first. We want to make sure that y'all get a fair shake at this thing. And we want to help y'all during this time. Also, if you need video editing, if you need photography, graphic design, things of that nature, we got you. T-shirts, we make T-shirts. I mean, anything you need, just come.
Yeah.
This is one of my T-shirts right here. I got on it, Scooby-Doo on it. See, Scooby-Doo on the T-shirt.
Wow.
And you see some of our designs and stuff like that. So we can handle what you need. We also can distribute the physical copies. We have a distribution machine that can do 7 copies a minute.
Wow. That is so great. That is wonderful, wonderful.
So we just want to help you, our artists, and get you into the In Your Faith Gospel magazine. Whatever you need, we want to help you. We want to help you, and saying God has been good to us, and we want to help others.
And tell us about your magazine that you have.
The magazine comes out once a month, online and in physical copies. We're up to like 500,000 readers and subscribers through the various 70 different Facebook pages, the Word Collaboration. Also, the different other pages that we have as well. And we've made it as far as the National Quartet Convention in Pigeon Forge. We've been to the Radio Broadcasters Guild in Durham, North Carolina. We've worked with Arthur Rowland, who used to play for the Blind Boys of Alabama. I know you've seen that picture. I've sung for Randy Travis, me and Randy Travis and stuff. So like I say, a lot of people know who we are. We have a real big presence, radio presence in Texas, FM, AM stations. Some of the artists that we just recently helped out in Quartet Gospel, the Women of Strength from Columbia, South Carolina, with their single called Strength in Me. Shouts out to Christopher. He hired us to help them out. National Juniors from Columbia, South Carolina. Judy Haney and Bluegrass Gospel for Rock Hill, South Carolina. Eric Lewis and the New Kentucky Colonels. So, I mean, Jack Dunn from Atlanta and Hip Hop Gospel. Hip Gospel. UConn from California and Hip Hop Gospel. So it's not just one type of gospel that we do. We help you in all types of gospel music. Oh yeah, and from Charleston, South Carolina, we represented Soul Creed, a Christian rock group. So a lot of different stops of gospel that we've represented.
Okay. Can you give us a little insight into the industry, on a business world side, about creating your CD? What is the best option for, copywriting your music, things like that?
When you go to do your stuff, BMI for your publishing is probably the best. It's $150 lifetime. Also, when you go to do your copyright, you can go to the Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. website, copyright up to 10 songs for $35. The difference between the copyrights is, you don't know artists, the copyrights, it takes care of your lyrics, but you still need the BMI publishing. That takes care of the music, of the actual musication. So you just pretty much self-explanatory. You just pay the money. You send them a CD with just the tracks that you have a producer to make. Then you send them the tracks and the music, and all of it's registered. Then you'll get a certificate back, sometimes 6 to 12 months. Now it's probably going to take anywhere from a year or better to get it back if you're just getting started. As far as digital distribution, You can use CD Baby. I recommend CD Baby. Put it on all the outlets. Last time we put 3 more days on there for $15 a month.
Wow.
And then, but you know, and so and then as far as we've been very blessed. A lot of the songwriters who let us record, they only want 25 cents a copy when we sell it. So I mean, that's what you call a good deal. I mean, that's not, you'd have to sell a lot of copies to have to pay out a lot of money to the songwriter in that situation. Right. So you always want to make sure that you get a pretty good deal on things. Make sure you copyright your stuff before you go sending it out. Make sure you publish it, because you just don't never know. And it's easy to do. I mean, with BMI, once you establish the copyrights, you choose the name of whatever you want to call your company. And then every time after that, when you do something, you just log into the BMI website and you just upload your new work of art, and bam, it's right from your computer, from your phone, from your tablet. The cover artwork, that means a lot nowadays. Yes. I think artists should promote the songs. You know, the first thing a person sees is the cover of your art. It's Still the Cross. When I first put out It's Still the Cross when I was 18 years old, I didn't have my picture on it. I didn't want them to see me. I wanted them to hear the music. So what I done was I put crosses on the cover of it, you know, crosses. And then later on, I decided to put my picture years and years later on, because it wasn't about me. I was trying to paint the picture of It's Still the Cross. No matter what you go through, it's still the cross. So artists, make sure that your CD artwork looks eye-catchy. Make sure it sends the message for the type of creativity vision that you're trying to give out to folks. And sometimes a simple photo works. Sometimes it don't work. This new song we're getting ready to do, Don't It Sound Like Heaven? We're going to be in the clouds of heaven. That's going to be beautiful.
All right.
So, you know, but you got to think about, and with the Long Black Train, me and Wanda is beside of a train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to be relevant to whatever you're pushing, whatever you're trying to brand and market. That's the way you got to envision it. Because if I see me and Wanda on the clouds, don't that sound like heaven? Then that's going to draw me in. If I see us standing near a train station and it says Long Black Train, that's going to get me to where my eyesight is going to end up being my ears. So I'm going to look at it on social media, and then I'm going to say, okay, wow, I want to hear it. So you get them to look at it, then you got to get them to hear it.
That's right. That's right. Oh, so great tips for the music industry, you know, because we have people calling every day asking how can they get their music out into the mainstream? How do they do duplications? How do they do printing and design and graphics, things like that? And so knowing that we have a one-stop shop, we can always come to you and and get them whatever they need. It's great to have a referral that we can send out to. Is great, wonderful. Hey, you know, with this nation as it is right now, we're facing some difficulties. Do you think it's going to get better? We know that we don't get into a lot of politics, but do you think this nation is going to get better when it comes down to?
I'll say this. We've got a person trying to make history, and they got some good ideals, and you got a person with that person who I feel like has a compassionate heart. I'm gonna say it like this. I battled this all day long. I have a disability, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And people say, well, Carlton, you didn't let your disability get the best of you. Well, the guy that is with the woman that is making history, and I'll leave it at that.
All right.
I've seen multiple videos of him supporting the underdogs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There was one video that I watched last night, and I'll send it to you. He's hanging out with a guy who can no longer speak. And but the man's got a family, and him and his wife, the guy that's going to change history, I hope and pray, or work at least harder on it than most. He's sending the little baby some little German Shepherd puppies. So that's the type of, he loves kids. And I'm so tired of hearing this, oh, he's a creepy man. No, man. I'm going to say this man rode the train 4 hours to be home with his family.
Wow.
There's nothing creepy. There's nothing creepy about the guy who done that. I think we know who I'm talking about. So I could go on about this and show a lot of hard evidential stuff, but I think we've got a new platform, and all I'll say is to be continued on that.
All right, all right. Hey, we look forward to having some more talks on you, and to also do a radio show on that particular subject, because I think it's definitely needed in our nation. And maybe we could just tag team the recording together and talk about our nation, and be a platform for a radio. It's something that we would love to do.
Like I said, to be continued. To be continued. I've got their minds. See, and that leads me to an amazing point. Always keep your audience guessing.
That's right.
Guessing.
That's right. Yeah.
Nobody never known that I would go and a rapper, and then I became a Christian and preaching the gospel and things of that. But Ray Dove. All I gotta say is, I'm coming back to rap. I'm coming back to rap music. This is only the second person that heard it, and this time I'm gonna be rapping for Jesus.
All right.
So you always gotta keep one in the chamber. You've always gotta keep something on the back burner, because something might get stale and you might lose it for a while, and you got to revamp yourself.
Right.
Revamp yourself. The industry is full of carbon copied artists. We need more originality. We need more originality. And I'm a very versatile artist. So, and I'm very versatile. And like Master P, I'm a businessman. So I'm always thinking of my next move. And I'm trying to, because I never would have thought, now that I'm starting my clothing line, my clothing line, faith-based clothing, by faith alone, you know what I'm saying? It's going to have scriptures, and, it's just going to be awesome. And you never can tell what I might have up my sleeve. You know what I mean? I might up sleeve and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, me and you are just alike, and I understand where you're coming from, because I'm one of those that are kind of versatile also. I have a rehearsal studio. I sang in a quartet for many years, and we recorded, and and I do sound and lighting and staging. So, and then also I work a 9 to 5.
And you travel through some of the same South Carolina highways that I've been through.
Yeah. So let's talk about your next steps. What are your plans, and what are your goals and objectives for your next steps?
Well, one of my next steps, I've been trying desperately to find some venues to bring some concerts, some drive-through concerts. So there's anybody listening or anybody that might know someone, we will be more than happy to come in as a promotion team and set up an event featuring some of the best in gospel music. And we're come in and we're set it all up. And, as an outside event, we're looking for vendors that want to hire us to bring the talent in, do all the posters and flyers and marketing. And we'll be willing to, kind of half the love offerings with you. Money don't make a person. You know what I'm saying? Money's just one thing. I mean, where there is a vision, God will provide the provision. And right now, my heart is crying out because I want to do some outdoor events. And it's kind of hard because of COVID-19. But if you know anybody, indoor or outdoor, that would want us to come and set up something for them and market it for them and help them raise some funds, and we raise some funds, we can work together and make it a team effort.
Oh, definitely, definitely. All right, all right. Did you want to say anything on behalf of your wife, Wanda?
My wife sends her regards. We're going through some stuff. She's got to go to the doctor on Friday evening.
Okay.
I kind of spoke out of turn and told her that everything was going all right. But then they came back and kind of changed it on us. And I don't want to talk too much about it. It's a female issue, and I know that God's a healer, and God will never put more on you can bear. But as you've seen in my post, please call Wanda's name before the throne of grace tonight. Start a prayer chain and pray for my wife. Please pray for my wife.
Yes, definitely.
She's a hardworking woman, and she kind of plays the background a lot of times. Other than with singing, she does a lot of the computer stuff that I don't know how to do. She leaves. I told her a few minutes ago, I said, pull over and say hi to the people. She's like, no, that's your job. And she's like, I like to stay kind of behind the scenes. Shout outs to Wanda. We love her. Appreciate her. And she's very smart, got a 2-year associate's degree.
All right.
Me and her has been going back and forth to college. We got certifications in social media marketing. So we don't just claim to know this stuff. We've got paperwork that will show that we've been trained on how to do social media stuff. And so you could go with somebody who doesn't have the credentials, or you could go with somebody who has the creativity and the credentials. My hope is that you will find that we are family oriented. We are led by the Spirit of God, and everything that we do, we always ask God, like, you come to me about a graphic, I'm going to pray and say, God, how do you think I need to do this graphic for this specific client? It's never about me. It's always about what God wants. It's always about trying to keep the customers happy. And we're open for business always, 24 hours a day. Text me. A lot of times I'm a night owl, and I spend many hours up reading and researching and stuff like that. And we're here most importantly to help the artists. It's 8:40. You mind playing Long Black Train and maybe dropping that promotional video one more time for us?
Yeah, sure. What we'll do is we'll play the song Long Black Train from the Heavenly Hearts from their Journey of Faith. All right?
Hope y'all enjoy.
All right.
There's a long black train, it's coming down the line, feeding off the souls that are lost and crying. Trails of sin on the evil remains. Watch out, brother, for that long black train. Look to the heavens, you can look to the skies. You can find redemption staring back into your eyes. There is protection and peace to sign.
Are you ready to take your ministry to the next level? Then you need to contact In Your Faith, founded by Carlton and Wanda Barber. This great Christian company provides a wide range of services to grow your ministry, including In Your Faith Gospel Ministries and Outreach, In Your Faith Gospel Promotions and Media Company, By Faith Alone Records, and By Faith Alone Gospel Promotions and Talent Agency. We do radio promotions, photography, videography, website design, custom t-shirt designs, and social media marketing. We also have our own online and in-print gospel magazine with artists such as the Primitive Quartet, the McCameys, and Southern gospel music legend Michael Combs gracing the cover. We do radio promotions with compilation CDs that go out to almost 3,000 AM, FM, online, iHeart, and BDS charting stations every 3 months. We also host special gospel events each year, including the annual Carolinas Gospel Music Convention in North Carolina each summer. We represent artists from all different styles of Christian music, such as Southern Gospel, Country Gospel, Gospel Bluegrass, Christian Contemporary, and more. Our COO, Carlton Barber, has sung for Randy Travis and Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, producer Arthur Rowland. He travels and performs with his wife in the award-winning gospel music duo, the Heavenly Hearts.
If you'll give me 3 more days, Lord, I'll turn my sinful life all around.
In addition to singing and helping other ministries, Brother Carlton is also an ordained preacher of the gospel. He can sing or preach for church services, revivals, youth services, weddings, and funerals. Like us on Facebook at In Your Faith Gospel Promotions and Media Company, and then give us a call today at 704-441-7595 to take your ministry to the next level. You can also call the same number to schedule a concert or worship service with the Heavenly Hearts. Thanks for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that
Thank you.
introduction. And I'm telling you, we're doing it here at the Vnetwork Radio. And we're so glad to have you. And we're going to give you the final words on tonight.
You know, the final words is faith without works is dead. That's what our ministry is based on in the book of James. You got to work at this thing. It's not an overnight situation. You got to stay dedicated. You got to stay focused. You got to stay prayed up. And Jesus will lead you through the Holy Spirit to do the right decisions. He will lead you to the right people to help you. He will make it affordable. He will open doors that no man can close. And, close doors that need to be closed if you're led by him. And we're here to help the artists, and we always tell the artists to pray before they make a decision about working with us or not. And they seem to like that. And about 8 out of 10 times, they always make a decision to work with us. So that's pretty good odds. 9 times out of 10, it's because before COVID, our prices were still reasonable, but they were a little bit higher than what they are now. but I had brought them down some because I know that it's hard times we're living in. But if you need our help, we will work with you. Any budget, we'll set you up on a payment plan. We like to help out the senior citizen people that do music a lot too, because we know they're on fixed incomes, and we try to make it where if the payment is high, we'll set them up on payment plans and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they keep paying their payment on schedule, we'll keep on working with them. So we try to bend over backwards. We do things that other promotional companies would never do. And we're not a 9-to-5 promotional company. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep and I've got clients on my roster, then I'm going to go to work and do some things for them, even if it's 2:00 in the night time hours.
Right.
So call us up if you need some good hearted dedication. You know, a lot of these promoters are 9-to-5 promoters. They come in the office, they leave the office, and a lot of times they take on a lot of clients and just to become a number to get more money. But we try to treat everybody fair over here. So come and check us out. You've read some of the reviews, and most of them are positive and stuff. So we want to help you out, artists. Call me 704-441-7595, 704-441-75, 704-441-7595. Y'all be blessed and have a good night, okay? And thank you to the BR Network, Radio Network, for all that you do for helping out artists. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much. And we're going to leave this program, and we're ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. All right, by the Heavenly Hearts.
You've been in this storm. It seems like forever. And you're not a confusion. It's been oh so long. Your ship has lost anchor, and the storm's got you drifting. But the night's almost over, so ride out your storm. Ride